Greetings, everyone. Yes, where I am, it is snowing, so the air conditioner, the heater, is on full swing. That rain sound you hear in the background is actually an air conditioner that I cannot get rid of. Hi. Welcome. I don't want to either. There's a real possibility with this snowstorm that there might actually be outages in service, and so I'm not really keen on having that happen. I just noticed, see that square block right there of, what is that, deck site? I think I'm going to take that piece away. There's nothing really there. It kind of looks kind of strange just sitting there like that. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to change my view. I am in Pitti Hamaalakut. Mr. Villager! Oi, Mr. Villager! ¿Cómo está você? How are you? How are you doing? I am good. Thank you for asking. Obrigado. Tudo bem? Tudo bem? How are you? And let's come here for a second. I'm going to get a tool. I was making a change to something that I did on Twitch, which you didn't see, I don't think. I don't think that you saw what I did, and I've gone to the wrong place. Let's go here. Let's make these things go away. Let's get a pickaxe so I can get rid of this stack side for a second. There. We don't really need that to be up high like that. Let me show you. Were you here? Good until now? Vacation sucks sometimes. I know, but you know, it's going to be over sooner than you realize. It really is. It definitely is. Did I show you? Oh yes, I did. You were here when I was making this cozy for the archers who work at the gatehouse. When we actually put some food on the table and we gave their beds a headrest so that the beds didn't look like they were just sitting out in the open. And we put in some books and some cabinets for them, and also some bookshelves. Why did I use these cabinets here? That's interesting. I just noticed that. Did you notice that? Those are spruce. Hold on. Let's come here and let's go to books. And let's get some jungle ones. I did spruce by mistake. Let's get jungle. This is strip jungle. And I need this strip jungle right here. Very curious that I did that. I might actually kind of like it. So let me hold on to this one for a minute and see if I like it being different. Wait, wrong way. No, this is better. This is actually better. Going with the wood that we already have here. So we'll put in these instead. Isn't that odd? I actually did do that. And what's this? This should be jungle because of the outside, and it is. All right, so that's perfect. And see, it still looks like that on the back, so we don't have to worry about it. Hey, perfect. All right. So all that stuff. I don't know whether you were there at the end of the last Twitch that we did, which was day before yesterday. But all that figuring and trying to decide what kind of house and all that kind of stuff. And I've decided that I'm putting the caregivers and the dog, I'm still a little torn. Now, I went out and investigated, and there are still a lot of dog sleds being used in Europe. The Inuits originally used them. Am I worried about the snowstorm? No. We have probably maybe like a half an inch of snow already. And the only thing that I'm worried about is systems not working. In other words, losing power or something like that. But so far we don't have enough snow to do that kind of thing. So right now it's okay. I don't think we're going to get that kind of snow. I mean, there's such a war among the people over how much snow. Whereas in the olden days, nobody really thought about snow. Nobody was like going, I hate snow, I don't want any. They just accepted the fact that it snowed and stuff. But nowadays, people have specific things. I don't want snow, I need to go to this, I need to do that, I need to, something. So that's making the snow erratic for the prediction, for the people who predict. And this is what I decided to do, this right here. So these are little doorways here. And we'll put the place where the people live right here. So we're going to have them be underground. It'll actually be good because it'll be warmer than having a building out here. Plus, this is skeleton land. So we do need to be respectful of the fact that our treaty does not really cover us building anything on the surface. And we have gone right up to the water's edge with this wall, this biome bridge, or this biome dam between the two biomes. And so at this point, should I sleep? Let's go down into the water and find some beautiful sand, and let's go to sleep for just a moment. Put this here and put this up. And winter bunkers, yes. We're going to do some winter bunkers. And there we are awake. And we'll put that away. And so in view of the fact that this is going to be a winter bunker, we can either find some cavern style or some inserts that we can use for this place. We can definitely use an insert from Byzantine to build, to put in a house, but we don't really need to do that. It's much more important. I can put beds in anywhere. It's much more important that I have a building, and the reason I'm saying that, the Byzantine piece, oh, look at the lamps melt the ice. The lamps are melting the ice. Wow. The lamps are actually melting the ice here. I have to take them away. What? Look at that. Proof that Arnaaluk actually melted the ice where the city is located. Because look at that. All right, so I don't want the ice to melt, so we'd have to go inside. But if we look inside here, for example, oh, this is pretty solid, so we don't have to worry about this one. We could use Byzantine and build out a piece. So let's get a Byzantine piece so we can show what we're talking about. BYZ. Spumanti. Spumanti has arranged in his residences for residences that are just the hut block. Where are you? There it is. Way up there. For the residences that are just the hut block and the beds. So this residence, hut box, beds, level 6 would look like this. So that would give us 2 beds, and we can put that towards the back. So let's bring it over here like this, because this end is solid. Remember, we filled in this end piece right here. So if we put this here, it's solid. I would prefer to have the beds at the back in the corner, which would mean that the hut block piece would probably be right here. And that allows us to have a place for kitchen and stuff like that. So here's going to be a problem. I need to dig out a little bit more. Vincentius? Are you okay? I could hear him coughing all of a sudden. Industrial smog result. Yeah. Let's get something here. I'm going to. Vincentius was coughing, but it was a weird cough, and it actually scared me a little bit. So that's the reason why I was responding like that. Okay, that's enough to see that line. I need to bring that line down to here. And there it is. So this is where we want it to be. So we can pull out, we can look and see that we don't see it peeking out anywhere. So that means it's completely inside this area here, and let us build it. Constructed. So we can't have any, ooh. Oh, well, this is the first time I've been unable to construct something. Oh, fantastic. So I can't construct it. So what I would have to do is just cut it out myself, just using this as a, I can't have any people here anyway. So all I'm doing is just using this as an example. And look at that. That was unexpected. So I need to cut out, there's something here, I need to cut that out. And now I've got dirt, so I better watch, because we might have water underneath and nothing. And let's come over here. So we need this part of the wall to come all the way to there. So that's up, and see, there's the water right there. And dirt here, and I don't see anything else right now. So this is the area that we're going to have for the people who take care of the dogs. And right here inside, I want to put that. There's still a piece of dirt there, and everything else is okay. All right, so let's come out. Let's escape. Hit escape. Because we can't build anything. Because considering how far I am away, no surprises. Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised myself, really. Now I hear a second sound that sounds like rain. So it might be raining or snowing here as well. And sure enough, look at the snow! Look, it's snowing! Yay! So if we want to give them more room in this building right here, we'll bring the door, we'll bring this right up to the doorway. And so this is the amount of space they have in this area. And let's put in floor here and take this part away. Right here, and this will be the wall. I don't think we're close enough to the other. Yeah, we're nowhere near the other. So this gives this a big piece here. And let's use this for this back wall here. Now the interesting thing is, if we wanted to put in something, we could put a chimney, we could put a stove and a chimney, a fireplace right on this side, and it wouldn't affect the port upstairs. And you were right. You were definitely right. That is true. That is exactly what happened, Mr. Villager. So let me take these three away and put this in. All right, so here's our place. I want to put a fireplace right here, put a kitchen on one side and sort of like a living room on the other, but this is going to be a little bit more rough. Let's see if there are fireplaces now. So here are our fireplace pieces. We can have this fireplace. Dawn of Time has 2 different colors. And then there's a Christmas fireplace with a fireplace extender. So let's see what these look like. So one of them looks like this. Ooh, it got bigger. Look at that. Did you see that? It actually got bigger. Excellent. So we could have it in that color, or we could have it in this color. That is nice looking. Or we could do the Christmas fireplace, which does not extend. So this is how big it is. Oh, I know, it's one of these where I have to watch for the hut block piece. Let's put in a piece here for a second. Keep out the cold. Why don't I make a door? So if we want, I'm either gonna have a really strong door like this. Why don't we just start with this door for the time being? Stop. And put this door in. And make this a little bit cozier. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It of course is even. So the fireplace isn't going to look right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all even. Why not a traditional one? Dio, brick panes, and campfires. Let's see what this looks like. I kind of like this though. I kind of like the modded one. This one right here. Except how do I get the chimney up top? Chimney. Nope. CH. And there it is. There's the chimney for Christmas craft. Right here. So we'll put this chimney in. Wait, why am I getting a million of them? Why am I getting... Uh-oh. Something's changed. Escape. Let's see if it fixed itself. I did something and I pressed a combination. I have a tendency, and I don't know how to get rid of this. Blast. There's some new combinations, and by combinations, when I say new, it just means that I'm being really careless with the keyboard. And I just made some combination that only allows me to get 64s, and it doesn't allow me to put anything down. See, it just disappeared. I don't know how to get rid of that, except to get out and get back in. How do I keep doing that? And Vincentius Primus is not
Game
here.
menu.
Ah,
Use mouse cursor or tab button to select element.
so now I'm getting all the bad stuff. This is frustrating because I wasn't having this problem before. And it's just some kind of way that the computer is AIing itself, is doing AI. Now I do know how to get rid of this. This is Command or Option. It's either Command B gets rid of it. Let's see if that got rid of it. Let's see if that got rid of the other thing. Let's see if I can go here.
Crafting. Use mount screen element 3 out of 3. Press tab to navigate to next element.
All right. What? Option B. Let's see if that turned it off.
Game menu. Use
Option
mouse
B.
cursor or tab button to select.
Man.
Narrator narrates chat. Narrator narrates system. Narrator off.
Thank you. I see what it is. It's Command B, but you have to go through the whole thing until it gets to narrator off. And now let's see if this other thing is still there. Because if it is, I don't know how to get rid of it. At freaking all. Let's come back to chimney. Vincentius, I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're in bed. Blasted. I don't know what it is. It's something that I do where my fingers are in the wrong place. And what happens is I get this, where when I go to when I go to the library, 64, see, it's giving me 64 when I just clicked once. And when I put it down here, it's here, but I can't do anything with it. If I come here and try and do something with it, it's not there. Oh, oops, that's not it. Oh, it is there now. Why was it? Hold on, escape. Hold on, let's go here. I can't get one of something. I have to get a full 64, a full stack of something. And I don't know how that happened. At least if I get out. Now if I try and put it back, see, it goes away immediately. I know that's supposed to make it easy for people to put stuff in here without going click, 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 64 every single time and clicking back. But I don't know how I did it, so it's.
Make it go away?
Hmm?
Make it go away.
I can't make it go away.
No, make the stack go away.
Make the stack go away.
And then hold down the shift key.
The shift key.
Click on one of this. Click on something.
Oh, it reversed it. Ooh. Oh, that might be interesting. Oh, I just learned something. Now I know how mobile is. Vincentius. Mr. Villager is saying that's how mobile is. He's saying that's how mobile is. Mobile Minecraft is. Curious. Okay, because that's a reverse. I'd have to, wait. Oh, and now it fixed it. Shifting on one fixed it. Oh, that's freaky. All right, so I'm gonna have to make a hole in the roof to see where this chimney is supposed to go. Why is this melting? Because I have, wow, it's too hot to have something right there. It's too hot to have that there. Will this come on? Is that supposed to be smoke or fire? Oh no, that just put, whatchamacallit's on it. Hold on. Flint and steel. Where you get an entire stack of things. Wow. Yeah, no, I knew that's what you meant, that it's that way in mobile. And this does not light up. What the hell good is this chimney if it doesn't light up? All right, let me put a candle right here. Lantern. Close the door against the wind. And let's come here and let's see where this chimney goes. Let's take this away and let's put the chimney stack. We'll put the chimney stack on the surface right here, but we'll have to do it like this. So it's going to go there, and then let's put this piece back and close that, and that's where the chimney is supposed to be. Now, does this chimney work? Or it just looks like a chimney? Can you turn this fire on? Because it doesn't do any good if you can't turn it on, right? let's leave that. Let's leave the rest of everything for a minute. Let's take this down. And let's see if when now I've got those, but I'm not getting the fire to go on. So the fire doesn't go on. If you shift control, all you get is that. All right, we can't use that because the fire doesn't go on. Let's see if the fire goes on here. All right, I'm going to try something for a second. Let's take the other one and let's do the fire. Let's do flint and steel. I'm doing flint and steel and the fire's not going on. So the fire's not working on this, so I don't want it. So let's do this color right in the middle. Let's do the flint and steel and let's take that away. And now I need a mantelpiece. I need a chimney for this. And I don't have anything that's going to really work. Except maybe the stone chimney. The limestone chimney from Dawn of Time. Limestone, I think you're right. It fits very well. I think you are correct. Let's take this off and let's put the limestone chimney right here. I can actually put it on the edge and sure enough it smokes. Look at that. I can put it there because I'll say that the chimney thing itself does this need to be set back inside? Let's set it into the wall for a second. Let's put down something right here. And let's set the chimney into the wall here. Like that. And then let's click it on. And there it is. Okay, so let's I need a flat behind here for where this part of the chimney is. Let me look at this. Nope. We don't need two. We'll just have the one chimney piece right there. But right here, I need this and a cutter. You're absolutely right. That worked perfectly. So we'll let all these go. And we'll get a cutter. And we'll get paneling. And it's all set for panel. And we'll get panel. We'll make that go away. And then we'll just go ahead and bring this part over in front of this. And then do it up like this all the way. Right there. And that's the chimney. Perfect. And look, it smokes even. That's excellent. That's excellent. So it's nowhere near the door and the ice, so it can't melt the ice, and it warms up the place really nicely. And we can put kitchen stuff on this corner and living room stuff right in front. That's excellent. How fun. That's perfect. And if I wanted to, now that I have that gone, I can put, one of these panels, take another one of these panels and put here like that and sit it, that's even nicer. Spectacular. I'm very happy with that. So right here, we can put like chairs. So if we did sofas, we'd have to do something that looked more rugged. We had so much stuff. Remember in 20, we had so much furniture and some really rugged pieces of furniture that looked like they would belong here. These are really extremely comfortable. I almost need something not as comfortable as this. Let's look at chairs and see if there's something in chairs that we can use. And there isn't anymore. Paladin has these right here, but I don't think that they make a full chair. I don't think you can combine this. I think you have to. Oh my gosh, it combined. Ooh, I didn't think it did. Okay, the fact that that looks okay means that I can use a sofa piece. I can use one of these sofa pieces. Would probably be okay. Let's see what this looks like. Let's stand near the fire and put that in. Too close. Let's put it right there like that. And we'll put a table. We'll have a kitchen. We can put a dining room. And over here we can have the beds. We can have beds, and right here we can put in closets right here, beds right here in this section, and closets right here. So we need this to come out, and we need this. The rain stopped, hear that? We need this here. And so we're making a place where the people who handle the dogs can come. And so let's come here and let's do beds. We're going to do Paladin beds because it's not going to matter here. No one's going to sleep here. For real, this is a story that we are telling. And so let's take Paladin's beds. This is a mahogany bed. I don't know why I want this, but anyway. Let's put the mahogany beds here. One here. Nope. That's crimson. That's not mahogany. Or it says it's mahogany, but let's get spruce bed. Can't do it that way. Bed, spruce. Can't do it that way. So we have to go to beds. And look for Paladin's spruce beds. Dark oak. Let's do dark oak. Dark oak brown, since we found dark oak first. Dark oak brown. And let's go one. And I would need to bring that up. I can't have any bunk beds. I might be able to still, but then I'd have to bring this part up. See this part right here? Ooh, that would be interesting. Let's get some slabs. Let's see if I can get slab. I need a piece of the roof. I need a piece of this, this right here, and a piece of that. And let's get the cutter back. I don't need this. Let's put a cutter. And let's do a piece. I have one already. But let's do wrong piece. Grrr. You saw that, didn't you? You saw me get that wrong thing. Architect's cutter. Okay, and let's put this down. And let's get a piece of this. So now I have two pieces. Let's put this up, put this here, and take that away. Okay, so right here where this is, we need these here, right here and here, and then right here, I need a piece of this. Oops. Sit right there like that. Okay, and then the bunk beds. Do I need to bring it out to here? I do, actually. So let's put this one here. This here. And bring it out one more in this direction so that we have some room for them to climb up. There we go. All right. So in this area, I need I think I still need to do this. I need to put the bunk bed here first, like that, and then take this off, and then put the bunk beds underneath. And look, Paladin makes them blend together like bunk beds, which is really cool. And then we can put the ladder. We can have a ladder in between the beds, like this. Comes all the way up to there, and that's good. So that's how they get into bed. And then at the foot of the beds, we can have chests. Let's put these kind of chests at the foot. And the Hall of the Mountain King. I don't need that anymore. That's in the room, so we can put a chest here. We cannot. We have the walk. So let's put a chest here. And we'll put the other chest. Did you see that? There's water under here, I think. Let's put another chest somewhere else. Oh, right here. Let's put a chest there. Should I move this over one? I think so. Let's move this to here, and let's move the chair to here, like that. So they're actually at the fire. I just don't like it being there. I like it being right there and this being here. We're gonna put the dining room right here and put the kitchen in the back right here, or put the kitchen next to there so they can take advantage. Can the fireplace extend higher? Ooh, let me see if it can. Oh my gosh, look what you did. Ooh, Dawn of Time. Ooh, Mr. Villager, brilliant. Thank you so much, Flint and Steel. Thank you. Obrigado. Yes. You have a, look at this. Wow, this is excellent. Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness sakes, that's wonderful. So since this is all really cold, let's put in some carpet. Let's just go to Dawn of Time. Let's go to Dawn of Time. And the way I do that is this way. And there it is, Dawn of Time. Wow, that was wonderful. Thank you. So we're in general. Is there any carpet here? No. Is there any carpet here? Not really. There's a great table here though. And there's stuff to put on the table here. This is where the carpet is. It's the mosaic stuff here. Makes really cool carpet. And it's not dark, it's light colored. I don't know in a place like this that they would have that. I would almost rather have thatching. Let's go to here and get thatch. And we've got thatch in a couple colors. We could do wheat thatch, which would look like this. All this is in the room, so we can have these go away now. Let's hold on to that for a minute. But these are in the room already, and then these are mine. Let's bring these up. Let's put this here, and let's bring this back down. I'm not gonna like that. Carpet, CARP. Let's look at carpet this way and see what we can find. This is what I was looking for, cattail thatch. So let's look at cattail, CATT. And there's cattail thatch squares. I need the squares in order to get under the furniture right here. So we can put this in and it will look like that. It will look like they have a carpet right here. Let's put some carpet here. So we get out on the side of the bed. And there's something for them to step out on right there. Run, and then right here we can have some carpet in this area, and then maybe in the kitchen area we'll have some. Under the dining room part, we might want a different color, something there. Carpet. I can't use the, there's Dawn of Time's darkest pieces. I can't use those. So we'll have to use brown or green under the dining room quilt. So let me go to wool. And look at Dawn of Times. Greens, dark green. Right here, see if I can find tile wool. Crypt. Let's look at that. Wickard. Let's see what this looks like. 3, 4. Let's put right here a little place for table and chairs, but it would have to be a 3 in order for there to be enough room here. So let's put this. Let's go to tables. So they've made it comfortable for the people who watch over the animals to be here. And let's get a table. We're only going to have chairs around 3 sides of the table. And remember that old-fashioned table that we found that belongs to somebody, probably Dawn of Time. There it is. And let's look at the chairs that belong to this. I think they'll show up on their own, but if they don't, Dawn of Time's chairs, we'll have to go look for it in Dawn of Time. So let's go to here and here. And that table belongs to, I know what it belongs to. It belongs to German. Table, and there's the chair. Okay. So if we put this here, put one of these here, this one facing this way, and this one here, and then this one facing this way. And let's have a 4th chair just be sitting right here so it can be pulled up to the table. The table can be pulled out, that's what we'll say. And we'll do that. And then right in this section right here, we'll do kitchen. So they're sitting closer to, and the kitchen is just going to be supplies. We'll put sink and things like that. Or should it be right here in this part of the doorway here? Be interesting, huh? Just right here to have the kitchen. It might be interesting to have this part be here. I'm going to put this here in case we put cabinets I'm just going to do this whole wall in the double on that part right there. Okay, and now we can have the kitchen stuff be right here. And we're not going to be able to put in anything on top, so we're just going to have the kitchen be right here. So I need a sink right next to the door right here. So let's look at sinks. Ooh. What did you think of? Sinks? I'm thinking one of these, but I don't know what the faucet. I don't have any faucets anymore to fit these adorned sinks. Let's see if we can find something else. This is really probably the kind of sink, but this would actually be better. This is gray. This is white. And this is terracotta. As you can see. Terracotta, white. White right here. Closet. Some place to put stuff. I'm going to take this away, take this away, and ooh, this is going to be a hard one. I can't take that away. I could put something right here. So I can put this on the outside right here, and right here, and that'll hide the fact that the door isn't actually doing what the door come to here, like that. What say you, everybody? So far, nobody's complaining. Now the door should open the other way. Did you see what I just did? I don't have a door. Okay. Okay, and let's come to here. I have to bring this out one. And let's put the door right here. Nope, the other way. Right here. It's going to go out that way. No. Blast. I don't have a choice. Here, I have to have it go out then. So it'll go out like that. Because I want to put a closet here for coats or something that looks like they hang stuff here. The ruggeds. What could I put there that looks like a hanging rack? I could put a tool rack there. So we have this tool rack. That would look like something hangs. Boy, don't you remember, Mr. Villager? So many cool things in 20 that didn't come over to Neo. And that's what it is. It would have been fine. In some respects, it would have been fine because some of them went just straight to regular CurseForge for Minecraft. Yeah, that's definitely what we want. That right there to look like. There's a rack there. And then we can put the sink and right here. And I still don't have a sink that I like. I suppose we could put that like that. What you think? Let's get the matching. Is this, which one is this? This is white. Let's go to drawers. WR. This is cooking for blockheads, which is down here. I think it is. No, it's in cooking for blockheads. Let's go to cooking for blockheads for a second. I'm past it. There it is. And the cabinets. Oh, they don't have. Yes, they do. Don't they have drawers? No, they just, yeah. Ah, it's that. The only drawer they have is the one that has the cooking table on top. In a true Minecraft fashion. We'll just have to do a white counter. One of these pieces right here. And then right next to it, right next to that fireplace there, have something metal there. Stove or something? Now let's just leave it. Let's just say that's what's there. So they can wash, they can cook, they could actually cook here. Have coffee. Do that. What do you think? We heard about the censorship they did with Minecraft in the UK. I did not hear about that. What happened? I did not hear about that. Ooh. What happened? Let's put a stool here. One of these. We can definitely use the spruce. And we can put the stool right here like this. Okay. And now we need to put closet here. And what's this for? That over there and that there. We could put in another set of beds or something, but I don't think we need to. Let's have supplies or something be here. I think I'll do that. Crate. No crates. Barrels. Barrel. This barrel always looks like a crate to me, which is why I forget that it's not actually a crate. Doors in the door. This one. And this one. And let's take these and have some things over here, some storage. So we can put this here and have this on this one on top, and then put another barrel right here. Those two barrels there, and that's what we've got. And on the table, if we want, let's get from what's their names? Have I heard about Roblox? I haven't heard any of that. You can tell me. I haven't heard a single thing, any of those things. Vincentius may have heard it. He stays more in tune than I do. Oh, I forgot. Dawn of Time has these special tables. Look how tiny it made that light. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, that means that we could... Let me get the table just in case I make a mistake. Yep, I did. That means that we could put a regular size something there. Lamp. Well, now in the UK there is censorship for Minecraft's chat. Ah, they've been having problems. Interesting. Let's see if this looks like a candle. Oh yeah, that works perfectly as a little light or candle thing. It doesn't have a flame on it, but that works really nicely, and I like that. And this is where the people are, in this little place right here. These are people who work at the docks. Oh, that's not enough room. That's the problem. I just realized, if this also houses people who work at the docks, we could actually put in another set of bunk beds. So let's take this away, right here, all the way across. Why am I using my hands? Pickaxe, pickaxe, pickaxe. let's take, it's this all the way. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's take this, and we're just going to bring this all the way over. Now, there might have been a decorative piece in here somewhere, like one of these. Why don't we put one of these right here like this? And there we go. Okay, so let's do that. I like kind of having the, I like having that be lower right there, and just having this be here for the beds. And let's do the pieces first. I need a block. 2 and 1, 2, and put the top beds up first. And then put the bottom beds down underneath. There's one bottom bed, and the bottom bed there. And then ladder. And then this right here. And in here, we can put a small thing. We can have another chest. Can they get around if I put a chest? No. No. All right, so let's do closet. Wardrobes. Okay. This time nobody can blame Mojang, as they just bet to the light became a firefly. Yeah, it did. It actually did. Now related to Roblox, you might not know the game, I guess. Now chat is restrained to age, term created by me, which means people from certain ages can interest only with others with the same age. I hear the problem they're having. It's very curious. Okay, it's a shame because then it isolates kids, but then I suppose in some respects it protects them as well. And that's sad that that's the only way that we can protect them, is by doing that. I'm going to put in big closets here. Other way. Thank you. Put that in the wall. And this is where all the workers come and live, and mostly they're just sleeping here and getting something to eat, you know, changing clothes, doing stuff like that. That's most of what is going on here. Can I stack these? No. Technically I can't, but I can stack them if I put one here. And so I need a top here. I need one there, which I can't seem to put. Let's put that there. Can I still put that chest there? Now, I might not be able to. Nope. I'll just have to leave it. That might be interesting. Hold on. Let's put a block behind here. Close that in. Let's put a chest here. Do the same here. Block in. And put a chest here. So we have some places where people have their stuff. And that'll work. And guess, now lots of children are protesting in mini games out there, but Brazilian apparently are the best. Now they write with in-game signs, literally like us before chat, and protest with them out there with stuff like, we want injustice. This one being the most famous. We want injustice. curious. Yeah, there's a problem. How do you protect children and yet still give them the freedom to go into the woods? So they're essentially saying you can't go into the woods with an adult. Essentially, that's what they're saying. And so under here, Mr. Villager, these two, and let me show, although it's, why don't we go in here and sleep for a second? No one can sleep here. This is story that we're doing right here. And so I can make myself a bed if I want to enjoy sleeping inside. And I think I'm going to make a top bed for a change. So let's take this off. Let's get a block and put the block back, and let me get my colors. So this is dark oak bed. Let's go to Paladin's dark oak bed. It's mangrove. Did we pass it? This is dark oak here, and we want dark oak cyan. So this is always my bed color. So it means I can sleep here. And these are the colors for the other workers. And there we are. And it is nighttime. Let's start by letting these pieces all go. Let's put back the tool. We don't need the fire anymore, although we could put the fire, flint and steel, into this drawer right here in case the fire goes out. We are not horses, we are people. And one of your favorites, so they use signs comically. The player was vested as Marie. That's curious. I'll have to look at that. So they're having a thing going on there. So I can climb up here and go to sleep in this bed and look what it looks like. Excellent. And then get up in the morning, and that is quite nice. And that's just me wanting to enjoy being on land, having legs and not a tail. When I get homesick, I can sleep underwater. So Mr. Villager, right here, these two entrances right here are actually going to be where we're going to build the dog places. And one of them is going to have the dog sleds be able to pull inside and look like that there's a workshop for the dog sleds, and then there's going to be the dogs. And I think we could put the dogs here and put the workshop right here for the dog sleds, but that's what I'd like to do. It's funny that a lot of them don't even know how to write properly. Can't blame them. They want a revolution, a freaking revolution, but haven't passed third grade. And that's the people they're trying to protect, the ones that are super, super young and are growing up super, super fast, thanks to the internet. So yes, so this is what I need, Mr. Villager. And I'm saying that to Mr. Villager because I hope that he is intrigued enough by the idea that this is a workshop for sleds right here, that he will make something. And right here, this is where the dogs are going to have their beds. And we have a lot of room under here. And if you want to know how much, I can do this. This is the closest Mr. Villager and I can get to being in the same world. Because if he was on a PC, I would open up a server for Mr. Villager to be in the world with me. And he knows that. So let's see how much room there is on top. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 between the walls. Between the walls there's 8 spaces that way, and as many spaces as you want in these directions because one wall is going to, they'll bump up against the wall here, but there's a lot of room here. See where the stairs is? Because the housing is only coming to about here. The housing is. So they have this, the dogs actually have this extra area here. So they can have a pretty good one. Hopefully in 1 to 3 years. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, that would be nice. That would be wonderful. Oh my gosh. That would really be so cool. I would love it if we were in the same world. If we weren't just dungeoning and dragoning it. Speaking of dungeoning and dragoning, I'm supposed to be getting you a whole lot of supplies. I've got them listed here, and I haven't done that yet. And how long? We've been here an hour. Just for now, since there isn't anything here. Is there anything I can attach this to? There isn't. Let's come here and let's just put dirt right here so that I can close this up. So there we go. Close this part. So I know there's nothing here. I'm just putting in this. So this one at least has a piece there, so we can put this in. And there we go. You would like to make a throne for yourself? Uh-huh. My kingdom come. All right. Dun, 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 dun. So there is a place for workers. Now the passengers, I want to think about something right here. I'm actually going to put it on top for the passengers. However, we are going to take the river route right now, like we are on a sled. And we're going to travel along the river like we're traveling in a sled. And what would we have at the other end? What would we have at the other end when for the dogs to get a rest? See, it's not that long. Maybe it is pretty long, isn't it? But we would need a place for the dogs to get a rest. And we also need a way to show that the merchandise is getting delivered into the city here. And this is going to be interesting. So this building is, we have a guard tower right here. I don't have any warehousey type of buildings in this area yet, but it seems like I would need to do something. We got a lovely building and decorating add-on soon. We shall present it. Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. So see right here, if the dog sleds come up to here, how's the merchandise getting? Do we have people just picking it up and carrying it down in here? And merchandise from here being picked up and carried there? Or do we need another platform? What is it?
Is there...
Why are you sick and haven't gone anywhere? I will work on it. There is a hospital near here. Solomon, why aren't you going to the
What is it?
hospital? Let's recall him. Let's recall him to here and see if he'll go to the hospital. There he goes. Sometimes they get sick and they don't know what to do. And if you recall them to their station or to the town hall, then they'll go to the doctor. I'm just going to follow him. He should be going to the farm clinic. It's the closest hospital. And so I just want to make sure that that's exactly where he's going. And it is next to the Willows apartment building right here. And sure enough, there's Mauricio here, our Mauricio Jr., because we have our first Mauricio, and he's sick enough to go to bed. Wow. So he is lying in one of the beds in the room, and he is using a Paladin bed. Not the handcrafted, but he will use Paladin beds. And Mauricio is making sure that he's going to get better. Poor Solomon. This probably means that at some of these places where we have, that would mean that we would have a ton of people. But some of these places we might need to have two, especially for a station like his, which is the gatehouse. So since Solomon is sick, let's have one of the gatehouse backup archers be there. And that would be, let's look for a second. I'm going to go to the fitness center and see who one of the backups is. River and Spencer run this fitness center. And the third person here is Archie. So let's manage workers and let's not have Archie be here for a second. Let's have Archie come over and be an archer right here. Manage. And let's put an archer here and we can hire Archie for right now. And he's going to watch over. We have two archers here. And this is, it's been so long. Annabella and Galilea. So Galilea is the senior archer here. She is the more experienced of the two archers. Annabella, oh no, Annabella is more fascinating. I did not realize that. Okay. Galilea has been here longer, but Annabella has the expertise for the archers. Now, remember when we made their places all nice and cozy? When we added furniture for the archers to live here. And this is their rooms and what they have, which was very fun to do. We decided that we weren't going to change much of this. We were just going to connect it by having the concrete walkway go from one stairway to the other. But if we had a balloon platform here, we could have the balloon take stuff from here over to the hotel. I don't know. I'd love to have a scrub station here somewhere. Let's go underwater for a minute again. Hello, everybody. Let's come down here and go underwater. So the bathhouse, the fitness center, the bookstore, and over here we have Fletcher. This is either a clothing store or clothing and jewelry store. And this is a flower shop here in this section. Right here where this is the entrance. So right on this side right here, right in this spot right here, there isn't anything in this spot. See where the bathhouse ends. So we have this whole section right here. So what can we do? What can we put there? There are some smaller warehouse looking warehouse if we could have a fourth warehouse and just have it there. But I'd want it to be connected to this hall, but then that means that they would be... So you know what warehouse we don't have? We don't have the underwater base. Let's look at some warehouses for a second. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how the place grows to be 250 people. There is someone on Discord, on Minecolonies team's Discord, that is showing them having 750 some citizens in a town. Now, in order to do that, they have to change the code to do that. But 750, there have been a couple people, it's an interesting thing, that are talk about having a ton, so many people. And I can kind of understand it makes a huge set of buildings and stuff like that. I didn't see a lot of farms and things. If you have 750 people, how are they getting fed? You know, yeah, you could have a lot of merchants and make things and it be a city, and they're getting their stuff from the country, from farms in the country, and you can tell all sorts of stories like that. Let's look at some warehouses for a second. I want to try and see if I can find a warehouse that has more than one level that we could justify being on top. Maybe right here we can put a walkway through from that area that we were showing and have it be right here under these trees or something. But I'd have to look for something special. How many? 700, more than 750, like 757 people. 757 people. It's outrageous. But it's one of those things that becomes that's the thing that they want to do. Let's go to storage. Let's look at the warehouse. This is the warehouse for underwater base. I'm going to have to move into this section so I don't have anything interfering, and then raise it up so I can see the whole thing. And even though it has some buildings, those buildings don't lend themselves. See, there isn't like a helicopter platform or something like that. So I would say no. I would say no to this right now. Let's look at cavern. I have to find something that is adaptable. Cavern, storage, default warehouse. Looks like this. Although I could maybe use a courier. This is the default warehouse level 5, which then has 2. Oh, it's a monster. Okay, that's the default. And go back to here. And let's look at the courier hut. Level 5. Let's see what the courier hut looks like inside. I don't know, I'm not inspired. Back to yes. And when you see the picture, you can go ahead and see it, Mr. Villager. It's on Discord. It's on Minecolonies team Discord, and it's in showcase. It's in public showcase. How dare they fulfill? Well, now it's not villagers, so you're going to do it with villagers, aren't you? Or were you going to do it with Minecolonies people? Just sent an idea. Okay, hold on for a second. I'm going to go to Discord and see this idea. Let's go here. Oh, that's very nice for that's for the sled. I love it. I love it. So Vincentius would love it too. Mr. Villager just sent me a workshop mock-up for the biome border, and it's great. I just really like it. Yes, that is what I would like to. That is exactly what I'd like to have, and that'll be really cool. Let me look here for a minute. Aquatica. Aquatica only has the one big warehouse, if I'm not mistaken. Storage warehouse, which is, let's see the warehouse alternative. So we built, yeah, look at this. This is actually a mini warehouse right here. The warehouse that we built was this warehouse. And what I'm looking at now is an alternative warehouse, level 5. Let's see what it looks like. This is actually what we could put in here, because then we could have these little these openings here be scrub openings. And let me see, this would be the 4th warehouse we have here, which is insane, but it would be 750, and this is the thing, 757 people. How many warehouses are there? How many farms are there? How many different versions of people doing things are there? That's the thing that I would want to understand. I'd want to understand how they got to that number and still have people working and living in places that they like. Now, they can live in places that they like because Minecolonies has interior decorations for their locations, and so that works. So right here, this is where it would have to be, right where this is. And can I, let's go up above the ice, can I put something here without interfering with the other buildings? Let's look and see. This is the closest thing we're going to get here. Wait, there it is. And can I have it in some way? Get the merchandise from the top to the bottom. Oh, that would be interesting. If we could put this in some way so that the top is sitting here like this. Because this is a 4th warehouse, I think I would not have it be a warehouse. I think I would actually take out the warehouse hut block. We don't need 4 warehouses. I would just have it be the building, just use the building to make a place where the dogs can come in. The dog sleds can come into this top part, and then there are elevators that take things down, and they can use the scrubs and fill scrubs, and we could maybe even have something else. But let's see if this could even be possible here. So it's sitting on the ice. In the right place, it would be here like this. And if it was sitting right here, I see that right there. Let's come over here and let's see how far over. We have to sit it on the outside of this building. This building is going to come over in just a minute. It should come on the border. There it is. So we can see the border of that. That door wouldn't work, but this door is the one that we're interested in, the doors that are right here. So let's go underneath and see how far down this is. Oh, look where it is. Ooh. So it can't be right there. How is that? That's interesting. Let's put it, it has to be over here. See, it's on the walkway here some kind of way. How did that happen? It would have to be sitting right here. And the entrance would be, is too far up. The entrance is too far up. So even here, see, it's already down and it's still not reaching. And if it was here, they could go in, they could come to here. But let me see something for a second. So if they went in, if they were underwater right here, this is the bathhouse, and it's right up against the bathhouse right here. We'd have to push it this way. Okay, so it's that way, it's not interfering with the bathhouse. This way, it's not interfering with the walkway. This way, I'd have to make sure it's not interfering with the other. Hold on, let's come here. It's not interfering with this. See how this corner is right here like this? Let's go in and see if there's anything in that corner on this side. Everything that has to do with this, let's come down and let's look at the underground part and make sure that nothing is, I don't see it here. And in the bedrooms, I don't see it in the bedrooms, so it's not going to interfere with this house. All right. So I have an idea. I'm talking about using the warehouse like that. There is a 3-story tall building that he has, Mubian has. Let's go look for it. Is it in decorations, recreation, the atrium? Yeah, that's it. What else besides the atrium? Let's see, level 5. Let's see how big that is. That might be super long. That's super long. Okay, so let's go back to the atrium, which is not, but it is actually 3 stories tall. And let's do the level 5 of that. So the atrium would give us this this shape. There's just one problem there. Oh, there are elevators. Okay, good. There's an elevator and the like. So let's take this building and bring this top floor down to here, all the way down, so that it was sitting here like this. I'm good with that. Then let's see what happens on the bottom here. So then you'd have that one, which is in the wrong place. And where's the other one? And the other one is all the way down here. So if we did this one here, let's go inside for a second and see if I can see where that is. And that would mean that what would be up here? This would be sitting up here like this. Wow. That's interesting, isn't it? It's just on the edge in both areas. If it might work if I could bring it over to here, but this is outside of the... Wait, it's not? Oh, it's not outside. Oh. No, 1, 2, 3. That's where it's supposed to be. It can't be there. It could be here. How far? It only goes to here. The land only goes to here. If it was on this side, over here, I want to see what is in this area. So this is beyond the building. So they have the same border, but it would be on this side, and then this can be built up to come to this area right here. What would I do with this tree thing in the middle and stuff? I just have to take it out. Oh, but if I was going to do that, I have a different idea, X. If I was going to do that, I might be able to do something completely different. Let's take this same area that we were talking about right here. Let's go underwater. Take the same area right over here that we're talking about. And let's come down to where the walkway is. So this is where it is right here. Right here you can see this area. This is where we want to put the walkway. Let's take Aquatica's utility. Here he has a small dome. No, wait, those are domes. Wait. That's not a full building. That's just a... I don't think that's a building. Let's go to... not decorations. Let's go to infrastructure, modules, little logistics, a dock. Ooh, hold on. There's a dock. I have to get up above the water. Oh, it's monstrous. Whoa. No. Okay, so let's go back to infrastructure modules. A small dome. That's just a dome right there. Oh, it's still just the roof. Hold on. Modules. Dev modules. I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything that I can use. See, these things don't do what I thought. I thought there was a connector. Connector X. This is the regular connector piece. It's comical how for underwater base you didn't do the underwater warehouse. Is it? I'd already done it for Seabridge, the underwater warehouse, and I was trying to see how Aquatica worked, and the reason I didn't was because Aquatica had in their warehouse, in Mubian's warehouse, Aquatica has it so that the submarines come inside the warehouse, and that's what I was wanting. I'm going to go over to the warehouses for a second, which are right here. So see, when I saw this, and this was different from underwater base, I saw this. In underwater base, when I did it, I had to make a special area where the divers could come out and unload the submarines. And that's fine, actually. But this, I wanted to try this since I had already built the underwater base warehouse in Seabridge. Although it's understandable, you don't, as it goes pretty deep. And this part of the sea is shallow. Yeah, in a way. No, that was an interesting thing. That was an interesting observation. And for people who don't know or who haven't looked at Seabridge, in my videos, they wouldn't know that I had already built that, and they would wonder why I wasn't using it. It's huge in the same way the Aquatica is, but it's just different. And I didn't. Let's do a level 5 of this for a second. Without the train tracks being there. If we put one here, there's no place for elevators. I need something that has, unless I just went ahead and put the elevator pieces in myself in the corners. I'm sorry. I had something in my eye. You weren't here? I looked at your concept right away and I said it was amazing and I want to use it practically without any changes at all. I love it. I suppose I could react on there so that you can see that I did. I love the whole concept of it. It's excellent. And I want to do that. Thank you. Obrigado. Thank you for that. I love it. I do. You left for lunch. Oh, okay. And let me look here. So I can't use the corridor piece. It's just weird. I want something that I don't have. The modded stuff. I noticed I saw that you have some panel pieces in there. Panel parts. Let's look at the other one. And I see the things. So you have Domum now. You have Domum Ornamentum. I'm glad you didn't make an independent structure because I wouldn't be using it in this location. Probably because you might not have been there when I explained that the land belongs to the skeletons, and in actuality putting it under the port wall between the two biomes is still on top of the river, and they don't have any jurisdiction over the river, so that keeps in line with the story. For the beams in the walls, actually, you improvise with door and window frames, and that's cool that you did that. You did a really good job. You should actually put that on tails or pods so other people can see the design, the original design. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to working on that. I was still trying to get someplace on this side where the dog sleds come to. So they come from around here. If we wanted to, we could flatten this diagonal that we have here. Soon, experiment. We could flatten this part here and have the sleds come through, but I don't like it. I think it'll be easier on the dogs if they stick to the ice and the sleds come through here and come right over to a building that would be right here. And so we'd have a building on top, and then we'd have a building underneath. There's a couple two-story buildings that we can look at in Aquatica. One of them is let's look at, let's look at, no, those are too big. So let's go back. The flower shop. We know the flower shop is for some reason the flower shop is odd. Like it has an extra piece in it or something. That extra piece might work here. And we would just clear out everything and we wouldn't have the hut block. And we'd use it as a pretend place where they would come. And we could put some other kind of hut block in there. Not storage. We have enough storage, but something, couriers, and that would work. Not as amazing as Dio, but it works kind of well. Mr. Villager. It is really good considering that it's vanilla. It's pretty amazing. And I like it a lot. I really do. I do. I started doing this part right here, looking for a building. Otherwise, I would go back to the wall. And when I get done, if I settle on a building here, I'll actually want to go and get the merchandise that we promised your people. I'd like to go and get that. Let's come down here where we can see it coming down to the ground. So let's bring it over, let's bring it down. And let's see if we can see the lines. We can see the lines right there. Let's cross back to here and let's look and see if we can find where how far down this is coming and where it's coming. Can't go there. Grrr, let's come out. So first of all, it can't be in the bathhouse. Oh, that's right. When we have this up, we can't do anything. Hold on. So let's come to here. We have ice. And let's come to here. And let's move this completely over so that it can share a wall, but it can't actually break in. And then let's come around these trees and come to here. And you can see where, if I can see where the door is, this one might work. If I could just find the door. Okay, so let's go inside and let's see if I can see where the door is. Yeah, you know, people, I know that you can do it with math. I do. I know I could do it with mathematics and it would probably be faster and all of that. Oh, there's some holes. So first of all, where I have it sitting, is it in conflict with anything? Look at this, it's not. Okay, now I see that I can come right here. And this is good. The only problem is from where it is, where's the top? The top is there. That's too high up. And that means that the bottom of this isn't in the right position. Let's see if I could just match it up right here first. So this is where the doorway would be. Let's bring the doorway down so that the floor matches right in this spot right here. So see, I can see the floor coming down right there. Okay, that's the floor matching for the top. Let's go down. Wait. Let's bring this up and match the floor for the bottom. That's the floor matching for the bottom right there. And how much is it not on top? There's no way to do it. Yeah, we'd have to have a separate building to sit on top and then a building to sit underneath. So some experiments, okay. I liked it, and I just wanted to see if you added anything to that. Okay, so yeah, so we would have to do two separate buildings with an elevator system that allows for them to connect and be right there. That's the only way this is going to work. So let's go back. And let's raise this up and let's see what we can find. See this? We know that the guard tower will do it. But the guard tower, yeah, we know that the military, the guard tower, this guard tower, level 5. So we would have to do one of the guard towers like this. This is the wrong tower. Let's go to, this is alternate. Let's go to this tower, level 5. So we know that we could do this tower like this, and we just wouldn't have guards in it. We'd have to change it out and make a courier. And then in the corner of that, we would have to put in an elevator service that goes there, and maybe a crane service that comes down through the roof, and have an actual crane sit here and then be able to have some scrubs. So we would need a place where scrubs would come. Scrubs could be underwater and get the merchandise. So from where we are here to here, in this back area right here, we'd have to make it possible for scrubs. There's no place for scrubs here. We can have a scrub come between these buildings and come here, but for it to do that, the building would have to be completely on this side. Even if it's underwater, underground here, even if a portion of it is underground, it would actually have to sit right off of here. And it can, the border's way back there. So we can fit a building into this area right here. And of course, you know what I did? I took away the amount, I don't know how much, I don't know how to make it fit the corridors. Unless it didn't. Unless the people who came in here just had to use the scrubs and it didn't have a connection. I don't like that idea. So I can tell from this building sort of where the floor is, because this is covering up the floor right there. So the floor is this block right here. So if it comes to here, that would be the floor. That is in the correct place for the floor. Wait, let me go bring it over again. Sure enough. So there we go. All right. Let's bring it all the way back to here. So it's outside of that building, but there's a scrub place right here where a scrub can come and go around these and through here and down here, and we can put a little bit more of an area so they can get into this area. Then they can come around to here. Just shared in tails, by the way. Check Husky's post right before mine. Okay, I will. And what you're looking at right here is the third, actually the second warehouse is in this area. And hold on for a sec, let's come here. Let's go to tails for a second, which is my Discord. And let's see here. Ooh. Wow. That's interesting. And there's a furniture add-on. Oh, very curious. I like that. I like that. That is really nice. So the submarine would be able to, the scrub, they're the little submarines, the little blue submarines, would be able to come from all the way over here. And it would come from this side right here, and it would come from here. So this is where it would come around here, and this would be sitting here. So we'd sit the underground building right here. And what are we talking about? We're using a military guard tower, level 5. And that would make it in the right material, and it would sit here like this. Now, here's the thing. So it's sitting there. The other doorway is right here, and we'd have to have that doorway angle off so that it came into this area. Or how far back can we put this so that it is underground here, but it doesn't interfere with the gatehouse? I could have sworn there was some place here. There it is. There it is. It doesn't interfere with the gatehouse. So see, it's still, the gatehouse is there, and this building is, I can't see the other part of it for a moment. I'd have to bring it up and then bring it back down to the right place. So let's take this right here where this is. This is, did that come down? It looks like it did. Hold on. Let me see if that came down for a second. No, it's in the right place. Yeah, it's in the right place. That block is supposed to be there. Okay, so then let's move this over. I'm going to actually put the block here so that I can see it. Is it frustrating to you that I'm not using math? I mean, it might be frustrating to some people that I'm not using math. Let's push this back into the rock so that I can then use, let's take a pickaxe for a second and a shovel. I can then use shovel right here and the pickaxe right here, and I can put in white. This is white. So just for here, we'll just put in the white piece right here, and then I'll put the granite right here in between the two. And so when I move that, if I move that up so that I can see if there's conflict, I can bring it back down to cover that part. So let's move it up for a minute. And that also shows us how much of an elevator we're going to have between the two pieces. So there is that. I think that was 6. You can come down and see if it's in the right place. We should have a piece of granite right here. Let's move this back one, and sure enough, we do. All right, so it didn't move. And let's make that go away so I can stop moving. And then, so this is where the first building will be. And we know that it's not in conflict with this other part over here. All right. And scrub can come up to this location right here to get stuff. This is within the location area. So if I wanted to have a builder build this, rather than me build it, it would take a long time to get to the point where the builder could then build the second building on top. I'd have to have 2 builders in this area. I'd have to build another builder location, or I should make this the builder. Let's not use guard tower. Let's actually use a builder. So let's go back. Let's go to here. So many different things to consider. And let's do, what's that? Oh no, we don't want that. We want this builder right here. And it's sitting right in exactly the same spot. See how it's sitting there? And that's the level 1. And then one of these doorways here will come out, and we can bring it over to this walkway right here. So let's build the level 1. I'm sorry, I'm just not losing anybody over building a level 1. So constructed and X. So here's a new builder who is going to help build things right now. And then when we're going to add a building on top of this. And this is it right here. So this is what we've got so far. So now we have to connect it to the walkway. That was me having siren sight. And I'm going to go this way for a minute and see what happens here. I should have a torch or a light. Not a torch. I should have a light sit right here for a second so I can see this wall. Ooh. Oh. Okay. It's not going where I think it is. So let's pick this up. And we just came out of... Wait, did I just put just stone there? Is this the way out? Why did I do that? I don't know. Glass. And just so that glass, G-L-A-S-S. This is how I get in trouble. It is. It's how I get in trouble. Let's get Dawn of Times glass. And that way I'll know that this is not going to change here. And I'm going to just go ahead and put it on the outside. Right here like this. So that it doesn't change. And so we can go in. Let's put this here. Let's go in and let's put the Dawn of Time glass right here like this. Good. Alright, so that's gone. So that is the right place here. So this is going in the right direction. So let's continue. Oh, lights out. Lights out. Let's come here and let's continue until we get to something. This is far. Let's put another lantern right here for a sec. This is farther than I thought. And there it is. Oh, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coal is precious right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pieces of coal. At the rate that we're going right now, we're going to end up importing coal. That's how precious it is at this particular moment. Let's take the pickaxe. I believe, sure enough, that that's the back of that glass piece right here. All right, so now we can see that we would be putting a hallway in that goes there. We might as well go through. Right here. Whoops, I'm swimming. And let's get this, and here we are. Okay, I have Siren Sight right now. Let's see how this fits into this area. So that's a direct right there. So if we put a corridor in, which is what we need to do here, corridor, otherwise we can't get a builder to come back here. And we have Danny, and Danny would be fine coming over here because there still is for when he has time off, there's still an athletic center. Danny right now is competing as an archer in competitions. He's a builder, but he likes to compete. So when he has time off, he goes into the athletic center and works there. And you see right there, the warehouse is full. I'm gonna have to do something. If the warehouse is full, why don't I build another warehouse? Because I have an empty warehouse in the northwest, and I don't really want to do that. So let's get underwater base, who has the corridors that we want. And this is going to be curious because this is an in the rock corridor. So we're going to use a concrete corridor segment, level 3, right here. And there it is, right there, just like that. And look how perfectly that is going to fit in. Well, almost perfectly. There's 2 on that side. And 2 there. It almost looks like we would have to put 2 more over here, or not have any on this side at all. We would not have any of these here. Let's take this off. Let's take this up here and let's fill this in. And just have this be here because on both sides we're going to have that line. And this is a level 3. Where'd it go? Really? You went up there? Let's do a level 3. Should we bring it back one off the road? I don't think so. Just shared. Okay. You mean the fits? I just got a name for this gym. Oh, I see. You saw a Frostpunk 2 district name called the Bits. Oh, that's fun. Remember, we always build the walkways. And so this is a new walkway right here, X. And we're going to take the pickaxe and take these pieces out. And we can see our walkway coming right to here. So this is the walkway that we're putting in. And see these little windows here? Like we have these windows here, we'll have those on the sides. And we'll get back to them, but let's make this walkway. Because when we get back to them, we have to get back to them in time. I know the warehouse is full, which is really good because we're going to take a bunch of things out for Mr. Villager, and that will make the warehouse not full. So I will get to it as soon as I get this underwater base, infrastructure, corridors, concrete segment, level 3. Bring it to here, raise it up, and bring it to there. That should be the match right there if it's facing the right way. And it seems to be facing the right way. It is. See the lines on the ground. So that's facing the right way, and constructed. And X. And let's get rid of the stone pieces here. And here. I'm almost positive that that is the ground up above. Oh, look, copper. And how many more? We have 2 more that will reach, and then we can have Danny come over and start working on this. And Danny will be able to help Case with the other buildings that need doing in this area. What's wrong with you?
What can I do for you?
You can be, well, happy. Okay, so now that Solomon is back to his position, we will have Danny come, we will have Archie come back over here. And Archie is going to, oops, wrong way. Archie's going to come over here, and I see the warehouse is full. And as soon as we get this done, manage, and that was probably Archie standing right there. Yeah, it is. But now he has his hat on, which means that he's an archer again. There, and let's continue. So, it's some sort of international foreign goods depot. That would be interesting. This is kind of turning out to be this because this is the one that goes to the surface. And so on top, we'll have a place for the dogs to come in and rest. And then at this level, the underwater level will be the supplies. We have to have somewhere like a crane for the supplies to be loaded off of it and come down. And then an elevator for the people, the actual people, to use. Would be funny to make warehouse. Yes. And yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing here. Corridor, concrete, segment, 3. Let's raise this up and move this back and do this section. Constructed and X, and there's this section now. And there we have it. And so that looks like just, it's a little bit longer than one section right there, but this is the last one. We might have to put in a single block to get it to reach, but yeah, that's exactly kind of the thing that would be fun to have here, definitely. And so let's come to corridors, underwater base, corridor, concrete corridors, segment, level 3. So I always put in the corridors myself. Let's see if it reaches this one. Ah, yes, it's perfect. Excellent. So let's bring it back this way. And it's perfect. Notice I haven't drunk anything in this entire 2 hours. And the proper way to say that is, notice I haven't had anything to drink in this last 2 hours. And did we construct it? Yes, we did. So let's X. And let's get the pickaxe again. This is the last time here. Dun, 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 dun. And there it is, exactly up to this. And so we can get the builder to come here. We'll get Danny to come here, and he is going to build this. It's much easier to go get him. Let's put these away. And he needs some place to live in this area. I think we're going to have him live in the hotel for a while. Did you see about that 700 colony? Where did I see it? So on Discord, Minecolonies team Discord, it is in Showcase, public showcase. And it's a picture, and they mention that that's what it, how many people it has. Oh, ooh, we have to have one here. We'll have to move this and move this. So we'll put this here, put this one here, and have this go here for right now. This will probably be turned yellow since this is a place where things are going to happen. Never mind, you found it? Good. Byzantine. Curious. That's interesting that it is. All right, and now that we've done all of this, let's take, first of all, let's put this away. Let's put the lamp up. Let's hold on to the coal. Let's put all this away. Yes, even you. And then we're going to head to the warehouse that is full. But we're first going to go and get our builder and bring them over. It looks like that's what it is. It looks like it's Byzantine. It's definitely one style. And you all can go there too. It's Minecolonies team's Discord. And you can go and see what we're talking about. Let's come through here. This is where the villagers are, and we'll just come through. And then we're going to go right here. So we're headed.
Okay.
Hi, Dorney. I know. You hate everything. You hate everything. I know. Okay. It used to be Leighton, but now Jorney's taken over for not being satisfied with food at all. And this is where Danny is in the other fitness center. This is the University Fitness Center. And right here, let's look, and there he is. So Danny is actually a builder, and he has the numbers for it. He's done lots of building for us. I just want to check for a second. That happened so fast, I'm not sure I actually did it, but I did. Okay, so now we'll go to the new builder shop that we're putting in, and we're going to have Danny work on it and bring it up to a level 5. So from where we are, we're taking this way back. Although visually glitched due to roofs being visible, so only the interior ceilings appear. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's interesting. I'll have to look at it again. I just saw the number of people and it was like, wow. And I was thinking to myself, you know, I mean, those are the goals of some, and I can see that as a goal if you're in a country like China or India, where that's how many people there are all the time. And so for you, that is normal for there to be that many people. And but Mr. Villager is looking at it right now and seeing, and he's picking out the buildings. And I'll look at it more closely next time. A lot of insulays. Yeah. Here we go. Danny, you now have a new place to work. And let's get build options, and let's have Danny upgrade the building. So he's going to begin working on this building here, and he needs some place to live. And I could do one of two things. There's an apartment building around the corner, but I think the hotel is closer. I'm going to have him be in the hotel with Case. So both builders are living in the hotel right now. I'll have him live up here. Case is still waiting for some pieces. What's wrong with you guys? Did he take out the piece that allows you to get up? Yes. Right time. And let's put Danny here also. So Danny's going to join them. Have they not been getting any rest this whole time? That's a long time for them not to be. Apparently, when any deal block is too far, it simply turns into oak plank textures. That explains why they appear as such in the maps. Ah, fascinating. So they didn't, so distance shots, sorry, but correcting me, it's 745. Okay. It's distance shots. The textures for distance shots on mapping isn't completely there, and that's why that's what Mr. Villager is describing. Okay, Case, and Danny's down here, and he's going to start working on that. And we are headed, let's go through. We're going to the warehouse and get Mr. Villager's stuff. And considering how long we have, we don't have a lot of time. So it is already 2 hours and 20 minutes that I've been on, so I have 40 minutes left. I'm going to go through Hannah's shop and take this walkway that goes straight through to the warehouse. And this is...
What's it today then?
Ryan. Ryan was a builder also, but she and Logan moved over so she could work on the maker's area. Now the maker's area is done, there's nothing for her to do, but she wants to stay with Logan And so she's become the peace druid in this area. And this is our warehouse. We're going to sort the warehouse first. Back. Let's go to sorting first. So the warehouse is sorted. And then Mr. Villager needs stone bricks, 32 plank oak. Now the oak is probably not here, but let's look and see. Oh, okay. There's not enough, I don't think, for what he needs. But we can see if we can order 32 oak. Let's do this. Let's do Minecolonies. Let's do colony. Let's do request system reset all. So I haven't done that since I got into the game. So we're just going to reset it. Oh, I put something there by mistake that I didn't need to put there. There we go. And then we can come here. When that goes away, there we go. And let's request from the post box, let's request plank, oak plank. Let's request 64. So did you mean 32 oak plank period or 32 stacks of oak plank? Mr. Villager. Let's start with 64. And stone brick. Let's start. Yeah, it still is over 700. 32 stacks. Okay, excellent. 32 stacks of oak. So we'll get, let's see what we can get done from here. We'll have to use all the different ones, the warehouses. And let's see how much stone brick there is here. Stone brick, there's 830 here. That's going to take a lot out. We'll see how many stacks that is. A stone brick. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full stone brick stacks. So the first 5. And let's come. I should do that in here. We're going to take his stuff and fill ourselves up for a while. Let's take these down. These need to go back into the warehouse. This goes up here. It's raining. So far we have 5 of the 32. 5 of 32. Brick. And 5 from 32 is, of course, 84, 24, 28. There we go, 28 stacks less that we have to get. And from the, let's look here, and I don't think there was enough plank here, was there? Check and see for a minute. Oak plank. There's only 20, so there isn't even a 64 here. So we'll wait on that. Stone bricks, glass pane, 4 stacks? You want 4 stacks of glass pane. So let's see how much pane we have here. That's panel, that's not pane. Glass pane. So we don't have any. It should be here with these. We don't have any here. So let's go to glass pane. 20 stacks of spruce, spruce plank, spruce plank, and there's none here. So we'll have to have that made. This is the first warehouse, so we're going to go to the other warehouses. 20 stacks, and then the beds, 50 beds, 22 empty bottles. Now, do you want large bottles or the little ones? You can't use them. You want little bottles, right? B-O-T-T-L-E. And I have water bottles. I can give you 22 water bottles, and then you can just pour the water out of them if you want. Have any logs? Be able to burn them. How much logs? I'll have to check and see. Would you? But there might be some empty bottles in one of the other warehouses, so we'll wait and see for a moment. And finally, empty bottles, 50 beds, 20 stone and glass pane. So that's the stuff. So we're not going to be able to do anything with this warehouse. See the inventory, see there's stuff in the inventory. So the fact that there is, and let me put these things in here. Go away. And let's take that and put into here for a second. And then let's sort the warehouse. Sort it again, sort, and let's see if there's still stuff. No. So there's enough, they'll probably ask in a minute, but there is a large amount of cobblestone and tuff sitting here. And we have a lot of eggs and fish.
And potatoes,
and we have eggs. You shall accept. Okay. And let's see how much logs we have in this location. These things aren't usually from this location. We have 61 oak logs. I want to go to the, I can take some out of here since this is full, and they can get them from someplace else. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here and over here. 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 stacks of oak logs. Let's go back here to where we are putting his stuff. So we've got nothing here yet or here. Why don't we put the 9 stacks of logs in here? And that takes care of that. And then back here we have a portion of his beds so far that are made. And then we're just going to fill all of these with stone, brick, and the like. So let's go to the, is it still? You're acting like you're still full, but you're not. Okay, sort again just to make sure. And then we're going to go to the taxi and take it to the other warehouses. So we'll start with the main warehouse, which is close to the town hall taxi station. So we're just going to come here and take this taxi to the town hall. And there we go. You can come out right here and you can see we're now at the town hall. And we're going to come around the corner past Everly's kitchen right here and past the mahogany apartment building right here and go to the main warehouse. And let's see what's going on in the main warehouse as far as stuff is concerned. So let's come here and sort first. And then let's come here and look at oak plank. We have dark oak. Wow, we don't really have any oak plank. Isn't that fascinating?
Definitely not going to work during this
We
kind of
have
weather.
fancy oak pieces, See these oak planks that are covered with birch? We have birch planks that are covered with oak, and we have dark oak. We have some fancy things for you, but we don't have. We would have to grow some trees. We'll check and see with the other. Of all things to ask for, that is something we don't have a lot of. That's curious. I might have to go to Pitti Hamaalakut and see how much they have. Hi. What do you want? Hi.
Is there
Keyshore?
a problem?
No, there isn't. I'm looking for some stuff. I'm actually fine, Keyshore, but thanks for your help. And let's come here and see stone bricks. ARICK. And we have 16,000. So we're not going to have any problem at all giving you 30 stacks of stone brick. So let's go to the brick. And I believe that they're going to be all upstairs. Yes, they are. So we're looking for an indicator in the warehouse for where the brick is, and there it is. Green indicators all over the place. So let's come here, come inside, and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't have to count like this. The 3 9s is 28. And that's, so the first one is 28. And let's take these and put them in here. And I already had some. How many did I have so far? I had 5. 5. So then give any woolen piece you have, no matter wood type or format, we make use of some of it. Okay. Let's come here. How many did I have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So there's 31, 2. So there is 32 stone brick that we're going to send to you. And we do have that. And then planks and bottles. That's the other thing that we can check here. So let's go downstairs and see if there are some bottles left over. The beekeepers still use the little bottles, and that's why we should have some. If it helps both of us, then why let it rot? Oh, woolen, yeah, definitely. We can give you some wool for sure. Let's look for bottles for a second. And we have lots of bottles with water in them. So I'll offer that again. We can give you as many bottles as you want with water. You can use the water out of them and you have the bottles empty. What do you think? And while he's thinking about that, let's look for beds again. There shouldn't be any beds. I was cleaning the beds out of these. And wooden, and let's look for wool. We have a ton of wool. We have different colors. So, Mr. Villager, can you see my screen? So, what colors do you want? Because look at all the different colors that I have. You can have as much wool as you like. We have 4 sheep farms. 4? Or just 2? No, we just have 2 sheep farms here. We don't have any sheep at Pitti Hamaalakut. So let's see if we get an answer. But yeah, the wool we can give you. The oak we can't. That is so strange. I'm going to check the 3rd warehouse and see. You meant the wooden pieces, like the ones that are mixtures, that have frames, that Domum Ornamentum makes. Yeah, we can give you those. We can give you those. While you're deciding what wool you want, what colors you want, I'm going to go back to oak plank. And let's look here and see, like we have 118 of these right here. That's a good amount. So let's see how many this is. Let's come down here. This is just stuff that's left over. I don't see an indicator on this floor. Ah, and there's an indicator right here. So instead of, so let's see how many we have. Two full amounts. I'm not giving you partial things. So that's what we have here. Anything else? I don't think so. And the others, there wasn't full planks of, I don't think. But I can check. No, you don't have an interest in wool. Oh, okay. I thought you did, but okay. That's good to know. So let's get the wood pieces. And let's look. So we have oak. And I'm going to find... We have 2,000 oak here. We could actually make the plank. Or give you... We've already given you logs to make plank yourself. We can give you another set of logs. So you get 4 from a log, 4 plank. We could give you another chest of oak logs, specifically for you to make your own plank. And if making plank for you is too difficult, let me know and we'll just make it here. I'll just ask all the people. So tell me if it's too difficult. I can either give you the raw oak or I can give you... Now you wanted some raw oak to burn, and where did it go? I thought I got some oak for you to burn. Maybe I didn't get it yet. So I'm waiting for an answer from Mr. Villager. And if he says yes, then at this warehouse, at this post office here, let's see if we can get some plank. Ooh, smooth sandstone, yay, that's for Pitti Hamaalakut. Let's come here and look for oak plank. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think I can have I think I can have Leroy and Milan, who are in the carpentry shop in the Northwest. I can have them make oak planks for you. So we're going to have 10 of the 32 that you need. And I forgot to look at spruce, but let's come back here. So this is where Leroy and Milan are, and both of them can get started on making your planks for you. And let's look right quick. Let's go back to the warehouse right quick and look for spruce plank also. See, it takes some time to do industry, to do trade, to do merchandising. So come around. spruce, spruce log, spruce plank. And there's the same thing again, but we don't have a lot of plank. Wow. However, we have plenty of spruce log. So we can get the log made. We have plenty. So when they get done with the oak planks, we'll have them make spruce planks. So that's going to take a little time. And we still have someone who's going to work on beds. And we cleared out stuff here. We got, we don't have to worry about stone. We have all the stone. And so we're just trying to get empty bottles and planks. Hi, are you stuck on that? Can I jump up and push you off? Yes, I can. Good. Okay, and you're still going to go there? You've decided you're running this train station? Is that what's going on here? Or is this some kind of protest? Are you going to go home? Oh, okay. You're waiting for the train to take you home. I see. Okay. Okay. So there's someone who's actually going to go home, Mr. Villager. So let's go to the third warehouse, which is back through here. He's waiting for a train. He's waiting for a streetcar. So we'll come back to the third warehouse and see how much. It's some sort of strike. Well, he's definitely not working. He doesn't have a job. Either that or he's doing some kind of art. Or maybe he's repairing it or working on something in that hallway and standing on top of it. Yes, that is a possibility. Let's come here. Let's sort. And you saw everything move in the warehouse. And let's come here and let's see how much oak there is. We have oak logs. We only have 8 oak planks. And spruce. We have spruce wood. But we don't have any spruce logs here. We only have 10 planks. That's not enough to even do anything with. And beds. I think I took all the beds. Oh, I didn't take them all. From here and we'll get all the beds together. It's taking us a while to have the beds made. So I will ask this again. I didn't get an answer. Let's take this out. This goes back to the skeletons, that skin, that dead flesh. I will, while I'm asking this question, do you want water bottles to empty and then fire protection is okay, quick charge is okay, density is not, protection, bane of the arthropods, we would never be able to talk to the witches again, quick charge, sharpness, fortune, quick charge, density, I've been taking those out now. Piercing has to come out. Curse of vanishing. Strider is okay, and all the rest fine. And let's take the books. I thought I had a place here for books, but we'll take the books and put them here along with the flesh to go to Ta'ana. And let's stop being picky and get the water bottles then. Okay. I'm going to take this over to where the other beds are. And let's come here. So I can take, how many did you want? You wanted 22. Okay, so there are 20. There are way more water bottles in the warehouse that's full. So we'll go back there. That way we can order some more oak plank and Dax can make it. And then when we have all the oak plank, then we will order spruce planks for you. Look what you're getting for the price of one. You're getting water for the price of one. Hightail has an interesting, Vincentius Primus and I are watching Hightail. Paul Soares play Hightail right now and on YouTube. And Hightail has an interesting farming system where you can create a water source with a single block of water. And then from that water source, you can get a watering can, but of course you have to have the farm table first. The farm, you have to have a special. They have kind of like hut blocks, except they're for the player. They're not for people, like Minecolonies has. And you can make a watering can or a water can, I guess, or a water bucket, and water the plants that way.
What's it today
And
then?
hello. Okay, Journey. I'm going to find out what it is that you want to eat so badly. I really am. So let's take the water bottles from here. Let's request water bottles. Let's request, we might as well just go ahead and give you 64. How's that? Queebits? No, I haven't heard about Queebits. What's Queebits? Is it a game? Oh, Queebits? Are they the little creatures in Hightail? Are they creatures in Hightail? I don't know. That almost sounds familiar. I know that the leaf people, their little babies are like some little seedling thing. They're just adorable. I know that. Yeah, I thought that Vincentius wanted to do it enough that he would do it with me, but he doesn't want to do it enough. I don't want to fight anything. So I'm not going to play. If I have to fight, then I'm not playing. So, yeah. I mean, I can understand defending, and if it's one of those things where I won't be able to get anything, I won't be able to do anything unless I fight the people, then I'm not going to play this game. So if the only way that you can get stuff is by fighting, then I'm not going to play. So... if you can get stuff peacefully, then I can do that. Vincentius likes to fight, like a lot of people do, like the Minecolonies team people do and stuff like that. He likes to fight. And so, I have the beds in my hand. And so that was the reason that I was hoping that he would do it with me. But this becomes another one of these things that I'm hoping for essentially that he would come online, and that hasn't happened in all this time. So in the beginning it did, and then he just didn't. He just got to the point where he didn't care. Is he shy? He's the lead singer of a band. He was. Shy, I don't think is the word. So I think he has many more interests and work that he likes doing that he doesn't have time. Queebits. ALR. Your new cousins? Oh, is Minecraft thinking of having another set of people? That's curious. Yes, but it's kind of leaf people. So they're doing that. I mean, the people in Hightail are leaf people. So are they having leaf people because Hightail does? That's curious. Next thing you know, Hightail will be Minecraft. I think that's what they would like. They would like Microsoft to buy Hightail and combine it with Minecraft. Use all the stuff that Hightail has made better and make a new Minecraft out of it. Curious. Very curious. Because, yeah, that's what Hightail has. They have leaf people. Tree people. All right, so we have the makings of Mr. Villager's stuff. People are making things now. I want to go to Pitti Hamaalakut and see if they have enough oak there. The fact that I've requested oak would make the oak be purchased. I still have to do 10 more over here, which is why I'm going back to the second warehouse and request 64 plank there. 64, I'm requesting plank, and I got 10 stacks from that place, and I need 10 more stacks because of the plank 32, yeah. So we're just going to start out with 10 planks. And here we have the water bottles. And so let's get plank, oak, plank. Because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. So that's going to take care of that. And the warehouse is full. As you can see, the beetroot seeds could actually go to, there's peppers, so we're not going to bring any more peppers over. Colony signs that were made, we can put them in the other warehouse. And we've got some pieces of food. Let's do this first. Let's take this and put this over here. This is for Pitti Hamaalakut, and these things on this side are for Mr. Villager. And let's come here and let's take the signs. Let's take seed. We might as well take the seed over to the other warehouse or to Pitti so that Otis can make it into, that would be an interesting thing to have Otis make it into compost. Remember we had this huge legal battle with Tana about composting seeds because seeds can be eaten, and some very astute legal eagles were able to explain that the seeds, if they were composted, would be nourishing the ground. And so in that respect, the judges at Tana said then that's fine. They were fine with seeds being composted because seeds weren't being composted before. And we are on our way to, why don't we go take the elevator right here and go to the Trees Hotel. So we could take a balloon back. Uh-oh, this is interesting. I'm about 5 minutes away and all of a sudden I'm sleepy. Yeah, so far we only have like about an inch or so. And they were originally saying that by now we would have like 12 inches or something. And we don't have that. Oh no, I was just speculating. I wasn't, that was a speculation on my part. It absolutely was. Are we still here? Yes, we are. Let's take this to the Trees Hotel. So we're going to take this taxi to the Trees Hotel right here. And here we are. And we've already got a ticket from, the air conditioner is coming on. We've already got a ticket from Elaine. I'm just going to check and make sure that everything's fine with the ticket. And she says it's a fine morning. Ooh. Okay, so let's go up. And it is definitely not morning yet. This must be her morning. She's working the night shift because it's only 11:30. It's not even 11:30 yet. So we're going to take a red eye to Pitti. And we'll look in the warehouse as the last thing we do. And here we go. So let's come here. We're all settled in the ship. And we're going to go to Pitti Hamaalakut. And here we are. So we're watching the ship land. And the way we do that is we can see the trees coming in. I like to do that to give the land a chance to spawn in from the other location. Give everything a chance to settle. And we don't have it, we didn't put anything in here, so we don't have anything there. Let's come here, let's look at this. This time we are going to do this. We're going to have the seeds, Otis's seeds. I'll go in, except we still need this smooth sandstone to go there. So that just leaves one set of seeds that didn't get put in. And let's go to the warehouse. There is a stash in the warehouse. And we can take that stash. Let's go, yeah. Let's go this way. Cuts out a portion of going through the farmer's market. And we'll be right at the warehouse in just a minute. And yeah. Yep, air conditioner. Shh. So let's come here. And see, I did it again. I did it again. Wow. I did it again. I did not put the stuff in the stash box. I took it out of the backpack but didn't put it in the stash. Okay, so it's in the stash here. That was Valhelsia. I thought it was sleeping. All right. So we came here for the last 5 minutes just to see if we have any oak here. So let us first of all sort the warehouse. It's nighttime. And let's see how much oak we have. Oak plank. We only have 14. And spruce. We have 1,000. And the plank we only have 94. So we're not going to take theirs because they're still in the process of building. If they had an overload of it, I would take some, but they actually don't. They don't have an overload, so we'll leave it that for right now. So we just brought back some smooth sandstone for Brittany, and Brittany was transferred to working on the farms, the dairy farms, because she didn't have any smooth sandstone left. There wasn't any left here. Azaria was ordering some for her. Let's see if she got, and there it is. It's showing the rabbit hutch. And it's showing that she needed smooth sandstone. So we did bring enough to do that. She has sandstone and smooth sandstone stairs. She has those. Oh no, those are sandstone stairs, not smooth. So those are the things that she needs. What? We're going to be at Civil War in a minute. Wow. Another person, another citizen was killed, was shot by federal officials. Wow. 4 dead in Ohio. Who could imagine that this was going to happen again in the United States? And worse. Man. Wow. Yeah. How close am I on that note? Believe it or not, I'm going to have to go. How wild. They're trying to suggest they want to be able to put troops everywhere. So they're trying to suggest that the protests are violent, even if they have to do what they did with the assassinations, the supposed assassination attempts on this now president of the United States, which were faked. And it's, wow. So Minneapolis has turned into Ohio in the 70s when there were Vietnam protests that were very big, but also pretty peaceful in the same kind of way, and yet people got shot by National Guard. So here we are again. That's a sad note, but on that sad note, I'm going to say goodbye right now. And yeah, I know, it's outrageous, it's unbelievable. And so enjoy your games, everyone. I come here because this is what is happening in the United States where I live. And you have to have some place to go to sort of like free yourself, just for a moment, free your mind, so that when the time comes to actually be able to do something, you're ready to do it. And thank you, Mr. Villager. Thank you for being in chat. Obrigado. And you take care. And I will see you the next time that I stream. And I'll give Vincentius your hugs. And here we go. We've been listening to Drone Hands music in the background when we didn't have the air conditioner. And we're going to hear Vincentius Primus now. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.